Everybody wants their lawn to look like this, right? A deep shade of green, super healthy and lush, and the envy of all your neighbours. Does it take an enormous amount of work? And is it worth the effort? I can tell you with my 20 years of experience, it does not take a lot of work. It does, however, take an understanding of the process work to maximise the return that you get from the work that you do, and to get the most out of the materials you use. There's no myths or magic here, it's actual science. So, a super green lawn, healthy and ready to take whatever you can throw at it. Hey everybody, I'm Colm McCarthy, and today I'm going to explain to you how to do an autumn renovation on your lawn. Just so you know, I own a landscaping company and a golf course management company based in Ireland, so I'm not guessing, and when I say you should do this or not do this, you better listen up because I'm not guessing. Everybody wants this deep coloured lawn, and really it generally makes up the largest part of your garden, so why not have it as clean and tidy as your driveway or flower beds? It makes sense, right? Let's get straight into it. Why do this work? Well, if we can carry out these treatments now, it will get our lawn into a really good place coming into winter. Generally, our winters are cold and wet, and our lawn's health suffers as a result. If we can get it ready and in good condition now, then it'll hold its health through the winter and won't be as yellowy or patchy come springtime. But I can assure you, once you get into the swing of things and you see the results for yourself, you'll appreciate the time and effort you put in. It really will make a huge difference to your lawn. No, this is a simple answer, but it's all down to the size of your property and how much time you have. I personally don't recommend, if you've 1 acre of lawn, to go out there with hand tools and start unless you're looking to take your time. Usually you can hire an aerator and scarifier from several local hire shops. They may not have the fancier specialist gear, but I can show you how to get around this process. When you scarify, you remove dead grass material which is matted down into the lawn. This allows the lawn to breathe and encourages new healthy leaves to grow. When thatch gets pretty bad, it can also cause drainage issues and disease issues. Apart from using a machine, on small lawns, or maybe you want to focus on a bad corner of your garden, you can use a steel leaf rake, or you can buy a scarifier rake. I would encourage people to scarify little and often regularly through the season, unless it gets pretty hot. Then leave it off for a while. Once this is loosened up, you can use a ride-on to collect it, or a normal lawnmower, by setting it up high and running it over across the surface a few times. Or grab a wheelbarrow and collect it like an old school way. You should have your lawn mown before this, otherwise there'll be a lot of material on the lawn, so it's a lot easier just to have it mown, scarify, and then mow on the top setting then. Aeration is when we punch holes into the ground to allow air into the soil. A crucial point that most people miss out on this when doing it manually with pitchforks is that they don't pull the pitchfork back once it's in the ground. This action of pulling it back allows for a natural cracking in the ground and allows even more air into it. Machines do this naturally as they're moving. They will always cause this cracking motion, but aeration is one of the key principles and processes that we will use for the autumn lawn renovation. Key and critical again, fertilizer is how we make grass grow, stay healthy, and the roots develop better. Along with the number of other benefits, you should always use a slow release for fertilizer. This is granule coated with a special coating which breaks down over a set period of time, roughly, depending on the rainfall. You can get 2 to 3 month, 5 to 6 month, 8 to 9 month, 12 month, 24 month, you name it, and they all do different things. A 5 to 6 month is ideal for over the winter period to carry your lawn through into spring nicely. One of the other key things I would recommend to somebody is to spend money and invest in a fertilizer spreader. If you get a good one, it'll last a long time. Once you're finished with it, you wash it down, clean it out, and dry it up. You'll have it for ages. The last process is topdressing. This is when we spread sand across the surface of the lawn after all the other work has been carried out. There's a number of reasons that we do this. One is to keep the holes open and allow more air into them. 2, it allows sand into the hole and down into the profile. This will improve the profile of the soil, which is the makeup of the soil, and it also increases drainage and soil porosity and a number of other things. But the main thing is it lets air down to the roots, and it will allow sand to fill into the profile and give you better longevity. I wouldn't recommend buying any builder sand, but maybe ring up a couple of local quarries, ask them what their sand is like, and some larger garden centres have it. You can throw it out with a shovel and a wheelbarrow. Some good housekeeping tips as well is, over the autumn and the winter, keep the leaves off your lawn. Try to blow or rake up the leaves every 3 to 4 days. Don't let them sit there, because that's what causes patches in the lawns. Mow regularly, just raise the height up a little bit and give it a nice clip along the top. People tend to forget about it until spring and it always looks terrible. But if you can try to mow it maybe every 10 or 14 days throughout the winter, maybe in the depths of winter, or even once a month or every 3 weeks, it's really going to be in great shape coming to spring. Another thing would be to service your mower, and don't forget, sharpen the blades. Ideally for a domestic mower, you would sharpen the blades 2 to 3 times in a year. This isn't a very big job. If you can take the blade off at home and bring it in, they would do it for only a couple of quid. By following what I've said above, your lawn will really improve. In an ideal world, you would do this process 2, 3, 4 times a year, or as often as you can outside of the hot months. But really, if you do it twice a year, it'll have an enormous effect on your lawn. You'll thank me later.